All right, so I'm back, and today we're going to take a look at the Titans Return Skull Cruncher. Now, before we started into this deluxe wave, because I just got all the deluxes at my local Walmart, which was a complete and total shock to me, because they never have anything, so I was like, yes! So I bought the whole wave. Left me a little strapped, but it's okay. It's okay. Now, this is one of those things, they announced this halfway through Combiner Wars. And at that point, I was sick and tired of the repaints from Combiner Wars. And then we have it so that was like June or July last year that we knew these things were starting to going to be coming. So then we got another year's worth of Combiner Wars repaints, and it's just like, oh my god, I'm so done with this stuff. Wasn't too excited. The more I saw the pictures, the more I was like, this could be a good wave. Now that I have it in hand, I will say this is actually a pretty good wave. So I wanted to start off with the weakest one, and that's him. And he's actually still pretty cool. So he's the purple and green, pinkish green, or pinkish purple, whatever, and green alligator or crocodile. He's got the spikes on the back, so I guess that's a crocodile. Looks pretty good. The tail here you can see is pretty visibly hollow, so that's a bit unfortunate. But other than that, he looks good. The green has this metallic sheen in it, so it's really nice. I don't know how well that's coming off on the camera, but it's pretty nice. Overall he looks pretty decent. My biggest gripe about this guy is the way this whole thing works. The legs don't really clip in together. They don't hold together very well, and then pretty much you're dependent on this tail to hold it all together, because this all just kind of comes apart pretty easily. And the tail doesn't hold on very well either, so it's you get some nice silver paint and detailing right along there. Looks like a sticker. It is not a sticker. I was picking at it for a while. Timograph Decepticon logo there. And all around, looks pretty good. Posability, his head is on a ball joint. The head does come separate in the package, so you just pop it on the ball joint. Just comes off like that. So you just plug it on. Like so. And mouth does open and close. Nice sculpted detail in there. So front arms, they swivel here. There is a elbow and then another swivel here, and then the toe has a little bit of a pivot due to transformation. Due to the way this whole assembly works, you don't get quite everything you want out of that arm, but it's pretty close. I will say, pretty close to what you need. Back legs are on ball joints. They're pretty tight, so you're moving the whole assembly when you try and move them. So just be wary of that. No other hinges. It's just one single piece, which is a little unfortunate because, again, it kind of limits his posability. But overall, still looks pretty good. And then here, this is another one of my gripes, is that this is the only piece on the entire wave that has this, but this is softer plastic right here, that rubbery plastic here, and that's what is the panel to hold the headmaster in. So it's just kind of like, I don't know why they felt that need to do that there. They could have easily gotten away with a hard plastic piece, I think, but whatever. So here's the and you can see the tail. Here's the headmaster. So getting them real close here. Nice gold paint on the face. Head is on a ball joint, so pivots around, left, right. Arms can go if you can get them out. Arms can go up and down. They're on ball joints, but you don't get really much playability out of it. Legs, the thighs are all one piece, so just up and down, and the knees, the bottom parts of the legs are all one piece too, so just up and down. If it wasn't for the pin there, I'd say, you know, if you were really good at customizing, maybe you can get a razor blade or some sort of saw in there and cut it in half. But yeah, that's him. Closing that up. And then I believe this is supposed to be like a seat for a Titan Master. Let's see here. Try and get him in there. I guess you can sit him in there like that. Yeah. Something like that, I guess. Not very interesting there. Alright, so he's got little tabs on the back of his arms right there and there. They'll plug into those little holes right there. So just fold them back. Tab him in. Drop him. You know, that works too. Alright, and then fold the arm down. Tab it in. And then you just take the legs, fold them onto the back, just like that. And there he is in his head mode. So we'll set that off to the side. Tail already came off, and you can see right here is the gun. I found it easy if you push down on this first. Just kind of, that'll help loosen it up a little bit. And just untab it. Like that. As for him, you want to flip the legs down. His hips are a little loose, and that was also disappointing. You take the legs and they tab in on this green piece here. So just like that. So that one locked in a little bit tighter. But as long as those green pieces are in, he bends his knee pretty easily. If those aren't in, it's pretty loose. So just be mindful of that. Pull the legs down like this, and they will tab in right here like this. Flip the foot down. Alright. Rotate the camera up a little bit more. Alright, what you want to do here is you want to untab the alligator head at the neck. And it just untabs here, like that. There's these tabs here, and they plug into, it looks, when you first start going, it looks like it should go right here, but it actually goes into those slots here. And that makes a big difference for this whole assembly, because if you put it into the ones that are a little up, which you can, see, you can tab it all in, but you have this big gap here, and that's pretty unsightly. So just be mindful of where you're tabbing that in. Let's push this in a little bit further. Alright, and then this can come down like that. Shoulders come around. And then flip the hands out like that. Take the headmaster, wherever I put that, here, and then his head will just clip into those joints right there. Just like this. And there he is in his bot mode. He can take his gun, plug it into his hand, he holds that just fine. I need to tighten those ball joints up a little bit on the legs. And yeah, and you can take this, you can flip the handle out if you want to, and plug it in here. suppose. Don't know why you'd want to. It looks pretty stupid. Or you can plug it into his shoulder, which looks equally stupid. You can plug it into the back of the alligator head and get a really big backpack going on. So can you plug it in this way? No. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave this setting off to the side here. But yeah, looks pretty good. I have to say, he does look pretty good. Yeah, he's got some hollow bits there, and especially the back of the legs. I have a major problem with the hips on mine, so I don't know if that. I'm sure that's just a QC issue. I may try and fix it, or I may just go buy another one because I still really like this figure. Head is on the ball joint, same as the Headmaster. It's the same ball joint. So you get it side to side, left and right, a little up and a little down. Shoulders are on ball joints, so up and down, in and out. There's a hinge here for transformation, so you get a good upwards motion. Swivel at the bicep, bends at the elbow, swivel at the forearm, and then the hands can rotate in. It's got some nice paint detailing in there, a little bit of silver and red. Nice little touch there. Hips are on ball joints. Like I said, they're really loose. Thigh swivel, that's also pretty loose. Bends at the knee. If you cheat the transformation, you can get a full bend. So there's that. And nothing really at the foot. It's just a solid piece. And yeah, there he is. All in all, I really like him. I think he's missing a Decepticon logo right there, though. That's the only thing I can sit here and say he's really lacking in. Coloration's pretty sharp for him. His nice bright neon colors that he's supposed to be. Here he is with a classic Seeker. You can see he's about half, maybe 3/4 of a head taller than Thundercracker there. Here he is with the Legends. I haven't actually done size comparisons myself yet, so. And here he is with the Chug Prime. So yeah, I think he's really good. I mean, your alternatives are the Toy World one, which is a pretty big one, and the QC on mine with the Toy World one was as well. And the big difference there is, I'll take a $15 toy with QC than a $100 toy with QC. Or the Fans Project one. I haven't played with the Fans Project one, but I know he's a Fans Project type figure. Did I mention waist swivel? Yeah, he's got waist swivel. But yeah, he's pretty good. All in all, I'm going to give him a setting aside the QC issues. Because this is a new mold, so this is probably just mine that's doing this. I haven't seen anybody else report super loose joints on them. It's like with the Combiner Wars, I have to mention QC because when they reuse the mold so much, you start getting the mold degradation. So that's why I have to mention there. So with this one, I'm going to overlook the QC and go into the big problems, which is the alligator mode. He's got the hollow bits, but that's something we're going to have to just live with now. And, the tail has to go off the side. All in all, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. I'm very happy with him. He could have been a little bit better, but I think for his price point, which is $15 if you get him at Walmart, which is where I got him, rather than like $22 or whatever at Toys R Us. I think he's a good figure. If you're in the Chug collection, I recommend him. I think he's good. Now, if you already have like the Toy World one or the Fans Project one, I don't know. Like I said, for the Toy World one, I would say get this guy. Replace him if you're going into a Chug collection. Larger Chug to MP, then keep the Toy World. If you already got the Fans Project one and you like it, then keep the Fans Project one. Like I said, I haven't played with the Fans Project one, so I can't give you an honest opinion in between him and in between the two. Someday I might get him. But all in all, I do recommend him. I think he's a good figure. Just be mindful of some QC issues. Like I said, I probably will just buy another one and hope for better QC. But yeah. Yeah, he's pretty good. I like him. I like him a lot. And he's the weakest one of the group, so that's going to set the tone for the week, I think. So yeah, there you go. There's the Titans Return Skull Cruncher.